Uh, I think it's about time we should start. So, good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. Before starting, I would like to introduce Student Collaborative as a body. Basically, we are by students for students. We host events and we do different kinds of things so that students from our college and other colleges as well can, grow and learn together. So, moving on to this event, to observe, to question, to intervene. These three words lie at the heart of planning as discipline, and especially at the heart of planning that is rooted in ecology, resilience, and responsibility. Today's session is about understanding how academic work, when done with depth and intent, can move beyond classrooms and studios to create real world impact. As students and young professionals, we often ask ourselves, does my thesis really matter beyond grades? Can research create conversations, influence policy, or reach national platforms? Today, we have a powerful example that answers all of this question with a yes. It is my pleasure to introduce Aastha Bhamoriya, a Bachelor of Planning and graduate from SPA Bhopal. Her undergraduate thesis, titled Assessing Socio-Spatial Impact of Dam Operations on Downstream Areas, a Case of Omkareshwar Dam, was awarded first place in bachelor's category at NIUA Student Thesis Competition Season 4. Through her work, Astha demonstrates how rigorous research, strong analysis, and sensitive framing can open doors of national recognition and meaningful dialogues around sustainability, ecology, and resilience. With this, I would like to hand it over to Astha to introduce herself.
Uh, Hello, good evening, everyone. Thank you for giving me this opportunity, and I'm grateful to be here. As you already introduced me, I don't think I had to introduce myself much. So, can you share should I start directly, right?
Yeah, sure. I'll share the PPT.
Okay, thank you. So, I will be talking about NIUA, a student thesis competition, and how to take part in it, what is the eligibility, and which disciplines it focuses on, and also the themes of the competitions, and what I did, and how I secured the first rank in the competition, as well as the in between discussion about how important the things which you need to keep in mind while preparing for the thesis and doing the thesis. And I'll be also discussing some topics from the competitions for the past 3 years. So, next slide.
Um, I hope my screen is visible.
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay, sure.
Next slide, please.
Just wait for a second.
Okay, okay, okay.
Is the screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, can you
So,
do
as
the
we
full
all,
slideshow?
Actually, while I'm doing slideshow, I am not able to move to the next slide while presenting.
it's fine. It's fine. So as we all know, rivers are at the tipping point. So the rapid urbanization has changed the rivers, like altered the hydrology, morphology, and the biodiversities of river, and also the challenges which the rivers are currently facing, like pollution and dumping of waste into the rivers. Also, the uh, direct exposing of sewage and industrial effluents in the river, which leads to the shrinking of corridors and also loss of biodiversity in the water bodies. The conditions we see regularly in Yamuna and all other rivers as well. Next. To solve this problem or to uh, focus on these problems, NIUA conducts thesis from the thesis competitions every year in collaboration with National Mission for Clean Ganga, which takes students from masters and also from bachelors to give their ideas how they think about the solution for the problems related to rivers and how they can enhance or conserve rivers better from their thesis and academic knowledge. Next slide. The disciplines which can participate in this competitions are diverse. Like it starts from planning to can be medical and technology. Now NIUA accepts all the disciplines from every college, or we can say like it takes geography, economics, statistics, IT, anything and the students of masters and bachelors which are who are in their final semesters or final year, they can participate in this competition. Next slide. It focuses on majorly next slide. It focuses majorly on six themes, uh, first is reducing water pollution, which is the main threat to the river health, managing the riverine biodiversity, rejuvenating the water bodies like lakes and ponds and other wetlands, also creating the river zones, vibrant river zones like river fronts and the ghats, also generating a river related economy through these ghats or river fronts by establishing some vending zone or such kind of things, and also engaging the citizens, like from shifting the citizens as spectators to the citizens as actors, how they can contribute to conservation and betterment of the river health. Next slide. Uh, the rewards which you get from this competition is first the financial grants. They provide you the scholarship of 50,000 and also national recognition you get from these competition. They also provide expert mentorship like you when after selecting in the final 20 finalists, you will get a guided mentorship from the NIU and NMCG people like who are working in the fields. Also, you get the opportunity to publish your work in their annual journals. Also, some high potential uh, projects will be selected and they will be implemented on ground with the help of the city authorities or the local administration. And you get the podium to express yourself on a national podium like NIU and NMCG. Next slide. The competition starts from mid-October, like NIU announces it in mid-October about the competition, and the submission deadline extended till first week of December, sometimes like last week of November and to first week of December. The results are announced in the last week of December. Also, they conduct a workshop which is they held in Delhi only between January to February, and the site visit which you do like while doing your thesis, and the final presentation is held between July to August, mostly between mid of August, last July or mid of August. So the expenses for the workshop and the final presentation All expenses of accommodation and travel are bear by the NIU and NMCG. Next slide. So how the project idea will be evaluated. So 30% is of innovation and uniqueness, how unique and how innovative your thesis or the thesis topic is. Also the practicality, how practical the proposals you are going to propose are. It should not be some utopian or some ideal proposals which are not practical. Like we can imagine it, but it is not possible in the Indian context. This does not matter much, but it needs to be some practical and implementable also. Also the clarity and the comprehensiveness which you have about your topic, because there are some questions like what you are finally going to do. If you don't have clarity what will be the outcome of your thesis, like sometimes we don't have the clear vision, like we are doing thesis but we don't know what this will lead us to. So you need to be clear about your thesis and the outcomes. The level of detailing you are doing, mostly like particularly in the proposals, they need all the proposals to be very detailed. Location, their project cost, and also their how much they will like the projectization, the time duration it will take. Also the how articulated you are, how good presentation is. Next slide. Coming to what I did in my thesis. So my topic was assessing socio-spatial impacts of dam operations on downstream areas, a case of Omkareshwar Dam. So you need to give them a macro issue, like a major problem. What is the broad problem of your thesis or the region? So, as we all know, there are several dams in India. Around 5,000 large dams are there, and which are critical and important for energy, irrigation, and flood control. But so they have their pros and cons. The cons are mostly the downstream communities are vulnerable to these dam operations, because once you are building or constructing a dam, the upstream communities or the people are rehabilitated and they don't have to worry much. They get the compensation also, but the downstream people does not get the compensation, and they go through these problems of dam operations regularly. Like whenever there is a flood, the downstream areas get flooded also, and also the problems regarding the low water levels also. So you need to build your problem statement so specific that yeah, the all the major problems from whatever the problems the people of the downstream from every communities, like the boaters, fishermen, and the residents in the downstream are facing should be highlighted in it. Next slide. And also in the same way you need to frame your aim, like it should provide what exactly you are going to do in the end of the thesis. Like for my thesis, the aim was providing mitigation measures for the negative impacts of dam operations in the downstream areas. So you need to be specific, like what you giving. So I was giving the mitigation measures, and as in the same way you need to be very clear and actionable in with your objectives, like what steps you are taking to reach your proposals. In the same way you need to select your study area. I say the study area should be very well known as well. There should be a national problem, like the problem should be common, like the dams are everywhere and the downstream communities are everywhere, as well as uh, there was a one of the Jyotirlings, Omkareshwar is a Jyotirling. So it is a kind of very big pilgrimage place. So it was a problem. Next slide, please. Uh, for good thesis, you need to have a good data also, both quantitative and qualitative. Uh, what I feel from my experiences that NIUA focuses on quantitative as well as qualitative also, but more focus is on qualitative. What the people feel. Uh, if you need to uh, give them the picture that there is a problem with people more uh, quantitative is one thing without emotion, but when you add the uh, prospect of people, it gets more emotional, and yeah, it is effect on the hearts also. So you need to give that qualitative picture to the juror or the judges. Next slide. In the same way, you need to tell your story with the visuals more, because you don't have much time to present there. So it should be visually appealing to the judges. Which next slide, please. And from the data collection or the service you did, uh, the analysis part should be very crisp, like not too much of things, but very crisp. It is and the analysis should be connected with the proposals, like whatever analysis part you are highlighting, it should be reflected in your proposals. So I have, in my thesis analysis, there was low level impact, and also, as well, there was a high water level impact on the boaters, on the fishermen, and the farmers also. This will reflect in my proposals as well. So, what I feel from my experiences and the last NIUA thesis competition, NIUA focuses more and more on proposals rather than how you collected data or how you whatever you are doing in between the thesis. They focus problem and the proposals. So if you, but on the contrary, our colleges focus more on data collection, what data you have, what analysis you are performing on your data. So NIUA is least concerned about that, which I feel in the past NIUA competitions. Next, please. You need to design your solutions in innovative as well as very practical way. So the problem in my with which come out from my thesis was flooding system or flooding in the rainy season. So the proposal which I gave was the mass alert system. Like when there is a flood, the authorities will issue a alert system, alerting message, which will be circulated to all the nearby people, so they get alert. The second was crop diversification, as there are regular floods in every rainy season, so the farmers get affected. Therefore, the proposal was a diversification of crops like flood resilient crops. Also, the third thing was the water level changes so drastically in the downstreams of the dam, which affects boaters, fishermen also. As we all know that fishes travel opposite to the direction of river flow. So when there is no flow, the fishes are low in the river, which affects the fishermen's economy. So for that regulation of the dam water discharge, which I calculated some environmental flow of river from the reports published by NGT. Then second was the structural strategies. like which can be constructed. There was a deployment of floating barriers. Also, there was signages, like there are the terrain or terrain of inside the river is very diverse. Like somewhere it is very shallow and somewhere it is very deep, like immediate deep. So many tourists died during taking bath in the river. Therefore, floating barriers. Also, since there is regular flood, need to the vulnerable communities need to be relocated. So this kind of proposals like very practical, not very high costing. Um, so and also it gives immediate relief to the people. This is what I guess NIUA looks for in the proposals. Next slide, please. So yeah, so you need to structure your thesis or your presentation in a very compelling story type. Like each slide should be connected to the previous one, and the way forward should be very uh, what I can say should highlight what you want to say or the problems or the people want. Next slide. Talking about how you can align your vision. So, the whenever you are going to do thesis or selecting topics, so try if you want to do uh, want to participate in this competition. So I suggest the topic should be related to river, and mostly the three themes like rejuvenating or citizen engagement or a vibrant generating the river related economy or create rejuvenating the water bodies. These kind of topics mostly are aligned to architecture. So, or also you can take the topics which are related to national issues. Mostly the pollution is there, but also how you can integrate culture and heritage with the river. Like all most of the rivers of India are somewhere linked to the culture and heritage of that place. So you can link it with that also. Next. So you can need to frame a focused problem. Second, integrate data and the stories like mixed method approach and credible and empathetic cases, which like emotional. Mm, People feel that it is very urgent issue which need to be addressed. Also, design actionable solutions, and obviously the story need to be very articulated and logical. Next slide. So these are the topics from the season 4 which I participated in. There was I I'm assuming that most of the people who joined are uh, from the architecture discipline. So the topics were from the architecture, urban integration of Shahadra Canal, which is in Delhi, also integration of schools in the built environment. Schools are the water irrigation system in Himachal or Uttarakhand, I guess. So these were some topics. Next slide. Yeah, next slide. These were the master's topics. Next slide. Uh, I have just mentioned some topics, all the topics of past 3 seasons here. Mostly were from planning, but also from architecture and other backgrounds. like food and science technology. There was uh, a doctor who participated in my season, which she gets very much appreciation for her topic, which is very realistic problem which doctors and people are facing. So yeah, this is all. Next slide. Yes, these are the topics from the current season, like which is happening right now, season 6. Yeah. Thank you so much. Uh, if you have any doubts, please feel free to ask.
Astha, I would like to ask that how did you select your topic? Like, what was your why Omkareshwar Dam?
So I Omkareshwar Dam was like near my place where I resided. So I was seeing this problem every year, like floods come, people are shifted from their places, and also I have see in the news there were many cases like a person dies while bathing in the river in the Omkareshwar. So these issues were coming all again and again. So it fits in. It was somewhere in my mind. Uh, so I selected this topic only. Like you are exposed to this problem, so you feel like something needs to be done. So I did that.
Thank you so much for that answer. And also, as you mentioned, that we should select a topic that is, we have clarity about your thesis. As you explained, I just wanted to ask that did you specifically select it because you can firsthand, like you firsthand saw the problems?
Yeah, yeah. I selected this topic only because I saw that problem, and also one aspect of selecting the river topic because of the grant which NIUA gives you. Who does not want a scholarship and the national recognition? So I did because of that only. Um, Obviously, there was a problem.
And also, like during thesis, often teachers focus more on the process rather than on the result. For this competition, would you say like do they overlook the process more or just the result?
Uh,
And I would
I
really like to know what was your approach, during the whole thesis.
so yeah, I was also get sometimes scolded in the during my thesis from my college. Like you need to be very specific in analysis or the data you are providing or using. Uh, So you need to basically for an IVA presentation, you make a different presentation, and for thesis you do different. So you need to keep in mind both the things because if you are not performing according to the teachers, you will not get the marks. So you need to keep up with their expectations also. But at the end, every thesis has some problems and also the solutions which you are proposals I mean. So for this college thesis, uh, as your mentors or guides are saying, but in the college thesis also, uh, focus more on proposals, but because they also ask like your proposals are not linked with these analysis, you are providing proposals but you have not given the analysis, so these things will get sorted in college and you can put directly in the NIUA presentation also. What I saw during the presentations, while people were presenting their analysis, they were not very much concentrating on that presentation. But when the proposal part came, they were like again focusing, okay, what it is. And they are very critical, they will very critically examine in the jury also. They will cross question you, like why you have done this, why it is not like one of the proposals was that embankments, flood embankments in the around the farmlands. So the same flooding problem is faced by Bihar also. Regularly, the coastal floods and the farms get inundated. So they asked me why this does not work in Bihar. So the thing with Kosi was it changes its path every year, like regularly changes its path. But this case is not with Narmada. That's why embankments can work in Narmada, not in Kosi. So you have to be prepared for all the criticism or the cross questioning, I guess.
Okay, thank you for answering that. And also, I wanted to ask, how did you approach like data collection, especially when you were dealing with the communities or field work? Like, how did you approach people or
The data, yeah.
no, no, you can answer.
So the data collection part is something urban planning teaches you from the first or the second semesters. How you ask people. So first, for the data collection, I need to visit the dam office. I got some connection in the and that dam authority of Omkareshwar Dam. So I got some official data like the river flow, upstream, downstream level of the river. That was a easy part, I feel so. And you need, if you don't have context, you need to get regularly in touch with the people. Like you just keep messaging them or visiting their offices. Like, so I'm from these and these place. I got selected in a these competition, and I need data for this. Sometimes they cooperate, and sometimes they does not cooperate with you. Like so, my thesis was very like kind of a controversial because there was a aspect of compensation to the downstream communities and how much people got affected during the floods. So these data government does not like to give to the common people. So I did not get these data from the uh, Tehsildar or SDM office. So I you just use some connections, uh, and they give me some estimates also. And the second part is about talking to people. So form a questionnaire, what you want to get from the people, and just randomly visit people, ask about their problems and their so when I talk to the boaters, just take a ride on the boat and ask people about how they are doing, how they feel about the dam, what was their life about, like before the dam. What I asked to people, and what needs to be changed, what policy the government could make to solve their problems. To the fishermen, I visited there, and there was a particular village from where the fishermen live. So I asked, Uncle, आपका कैसा चल रहा है? अभी fishes ज़्यादा like you got the fishes now more or before the dam construction? So they told me about their problems, what needs to get, how dam operations are. So one thing you get from the dam operation, like the good side, like we are doing proper regular checks, but the real picture you get from the people, like what is really happening. So I got to know the dam, the water is released from the dam irregularly anytime they want. They just release, and they also inform you about with the siren, but 15 minutes prior to this release of water. So you just frame some questions what you want to ask, or what the data you want to get from them, and just ask them. Sometimes people are cooperating, sometimes they just uh, don't want to say anything. So you try and test.
Okay, thank you so much. So it's really like you try and it depends on the kind
Yes,
of people we are interacting with.
yes, yes.
The floor is open to question if anyone has any.
Yeah, I want to ask a question.
Yes, sir.
So basically, you tell that the in October they release the brief of competition. No? So
Yes, sir.
for example, in our college, yeah, the thesis starts in May in the first time of fifth year. So matlab, how we are going to take part in the competition? Matlab, or what's the case
So
in your
okay. We all know that they release the like open the competition in October, but we already know the themes which they focuses on, the six themes which are focus of the competition. So what I did, we selected the topics prior, like we want to do related to river, something the problems which are there. So basically, before the competition starts, we already frame our objectives and aim and objectives, and also what are the proposals, because when they interview you after the your submission, they ask what are you going to propose, basically. So you need to ask your guide, like in the college, what can I do, what I can do to be in the finalist of these thesis, like that. So the college guides also help you in that. This was in my case, like prior to the thesis competition, you have to figure it out because already the themes are well known. I hope I answer your questions.
Yeah,
yeah
I
yeah.
hope.
Thanks. I just want
Uh,
to ask another follow-up question. Yeah, yeah, continue.
I just wanted to ask, what do you think, like among your peers, what separated your thesis and what made your work stand out at a national level, among other
Okay.
competitors? How was it different?
Uh, okay. So, what I saw from the topics of my peers in my thesis was the problem was very broad, I mean, very regular issue, which is like need to be addressed. That was first thing, and the second was, I guess, the proposals and what was the analysis of my thesis. Like from the analysis, the jury had thought that might have thought there is a significant problem in the operations of the dam, and also the proposals what I proposed. Maybe they like them because one of the juror, Vishwanathan sir, also praised me for the proposals, like which was the environmental flow of the river. He was like, we see the environmental flow from the ecological aspect. Like this will benefit the river, the biodiversity of the river. But we have not thought it from the economical perspective. Like there will be when the ecological flow is better, biodiversity of the river will flourish. Also, then there will be more fishes. Fishermen will get more fishes, like catch more fishes, and they will sell and get more money. So the economical aspect they were like, we have not thought, which is very great. You think and you proposed. Also, I don't know what it was satirical or not, or but they were like, you should patent this idea. I guess this was the proposal was the standing point of my thesis, and you need to be very confident while presenting your thesis. So this is what feel
Okay.
from all the presentation of my peer group.
Okay. Harshvardhan, you were about to ask some question.
Yeah. I was asking, you were telling ki, after selection you got the expert mentorship. So I want to know about ki, what are your experience of getting that mentorship? How does it change the vision and all?
So I got mentors. The mentors interact with you like on twice twice in a month. They schedule some time or meetings. If you have some problem, you ask them. Like, I'm not finding this. Like, I'm not able to handle this topic, ma'am, or I am not getting some ideas. What should I do? They will, from their experiences, they will tell us that you can do this. Think in this perspective. Read these things. Look at what other countries have done related to this. They will give this. Suggestions also. And also, if you, as Era asked about the college versus the NIUA thesis, they also give very nice suggestions or solution to this. Like the mentorship which I got from the NIUA mentor really helped me in my college thesis also, like how I survived my thesis in college, because I was not getting support from college. uh, very scold Got very scolded in the thesis during the thesis in college, so it helps. Sometimes the mentors are busy, but sometimes mentors go uh, above their capacity also to help you, which I feel.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I just want to again ask uh, a simple question. Matlab, which is you feel your very difficult phase of thesis. So thesis could be a 6 month journey, the initial months, and we oftenly saw our seniors ki they are always struggling in the last month, or they are always working too much in the last month. Yeah, so I just want to know how we should do the work.
So my difficult phase was analysis phase, because I got some data. I collected data, but I was getting comments that your data is not spatially represented. You are talking about socio-spatial perspectives, but which is they are not reflecting in your thesis. The special part basically was not reflecting in my thesis. I was talking that there is a problem. Voters are not get. Sorry. So there was problem. I know, people know, but I was not able to express it or visually express it in the sheets. Which this was the very difficult phase of my thesis. So for that only I get help from my mentor from the NIUA and from my college. Like, they suggest me make a section which shows the flooding levels over the years, how it is increased, what things are affected. and also sections of the river, like 5 points on the river stretch. And also for my thesis, the difficult part was getting the specific river stretch, like, and also answering the question why you only take this much of stress, not the whole from this place to this place, not 2 kilometers, why 25 or 30 kilometers. This was the questions which I was not finding the answer for. So you need to uh, really read literature also for this, like what people have done, what you can do, and what will help you to reduce your work burden. The proposal part was easy for me because I already know this can be the proposals, but the analysis and showing it in reflecting those analysis and sheet was difficult for me.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So I suggest whenever you are going to like entering into the thesis journey, what I feel and what my friends feel was always do reverse. Like the problem is one thing. What solutions you can take for this? So the back tracing is easier for in the thesis. What from my experience, it can be wrong also, but from most of my friends and I feel the same. The reverse backtracing is better in thesis. Obviously, it is not very uh, easy to explain people, but when you are doing thesis, like writing the thesis, whole thesis, it is easy. It gives you the direction, I guess. You are uh, in the literature review also. You need backing. So by if you know the problem, you already search uh, probable proposals. So by that backtracing, you look for literature related to those proposals only, which reduces the burden of literature review in one. Yeah.
So thank you so much, Astha. Uh, as we come to today's end of session, if anyone has any question, the floor is open. If not, then we can conclude this session. And before
Yeah,
concluding, I
any
just wanted
question,
to
any
ask,
review?
uh, can you
Yeah,
please
someone
repeat?
wants to share some review and comment. Yeah, they can.
Yeah, I was about to ask the same. If you can just say your final word of advice, what would it be?
Um, if you are, my final advice will be if you are aiming to participate in this competition, go focus more on problem. Like it should be a macro problem, which is in eyes of every person or people. The obviously the scholars which are coming to judge you, and also the proposals. Focus more on proposals. This advice I give to my juniors also, and they succeeded. So I'll the same advice I'll give you guys also. Like focus more on problem and the proposals. The analysis part will be done, but proposals should be very strong, and the way you present them, like focus more, emphasize on proposal should be more rather than analysis.
Yeah. Asta, I want to ask you one more thing. Since we will decide our aim and objective first, and then we will do literature review, and then we proceed further in thesis. Sometimes, like in your case, you are talking about the you face the most difficult part, the analysis part, how you can show that analysis into the sheets, how you show visually. So sometimes we also feel ki we do matlab, kind of thesis, smaller subset of thesis, dissertation every year in our college.
Mhm.
So the setting of aim sometimes it's very difficult for us. Matlab, sometimes it's set
Yes.
this aim, but that when we do the research, it's not we are not getting to the aim, or the aim is somewhere and we are doing somewhere. Yeah. So what's your advice for them?
Uh, initially, I also struggled with my aim. I have to visit my guide's cabin regularly. Like, ma'am, is this correct? Is this correct? She was like, no, no, this is not very specific. It is very general term. So she helped me, and what I was clear. She was asking me like, what you want to do in the thesis, what you are aiming to. So I explained her that, ma'am, there is a problem. Uh, so and I want to mitigate this negative impacts. Positive impacts is okay, but I want to mitigate these negative impacts. I don't want to like more focus on analysis. So that's how I frame like to mitigate the negative impacts of dam operation. So I guess from the problem and proposals, you get the aim also, and I guess this is the direction. Also, I very I struggled with objectives too, but from my explaining, she just she helped me very much. She wrote objectives for me like these are your objectives. Don't change it now, because as you say, we deflect from the aim always. I was searching in the other direction, but not getting what I wanted. So yeah, this is the direction. I guess the problem and proposals gives you the direction, the back pressing. That's how I
Yeah,
feel.
yeah, yeah.
But I know.
Sometimes we also get the comment from the teachers ki, since you are doing the undergraduate thesis, so it's out of you. If you are doing PhD thesis, this is your scope, and if you're doing undergraduate
Uh,
thesis, this is your scope. So how did you see that scope matching with the NIUA wala competition? Because teachers will
uh,
try to make our aim to be not be of PhD wala aim, it should be of undergraduate wala aim. Yeah,
so I think that's what NIUA also needs, like not very much theoretical or technical. They need easy, understandable things. Also, on the same, they also don't need very much of analysis. So you get this like on these note, the college and NIUA is on the same page. Like no, not very deep. We just want uh, like not superficial also, but basic things in general things. Uh, which on the same end they need to be specific about the problem. Uh, as we all know that PhD is very, deep and deep. They talk about diverse things. But for the NIUA, you need to be very strict to your aim and the problem. Because while I was interacting with my NIUA guide, she also told me that don't it is good that you are doing it for the college, but for the NIUA, just cut these parts. Like I did some statistical analysis also. So she was like, "No, it is not needed for the NIUA. Just focus problem and proposal. That's it."
yeah, got it. Yeah, over to you, Era.
Okay. So, as we come to today's session, end of today's session, I would like to thank you, Astha, for generously sharing your experience, learnings, and insight with us. It was very helpful indeed. And today's discussion reminded us that a thesis is not just an academic requirement. It can be a tool for inquiry, advocacy, and change. And with the right intent, it can find a voice beyond classrooms. I hope we all manage to do good thesis. Thank you everyone who joined us today and made this session interactive and meaningful. We hope you take back not just inspiration but also confidence in your own work and ideas. Thank you everyone and a very good night.
Thank you so much
Okay.
for providing me this
Thank you.
opportunity. We're really grateful to you. Thank
No,
you
no,
so
it's
much.
your goodness. You take out time for all of us.
Yeah, we are grateful that you are
Uh,
here.
Thank you so much. Okay, good night.
Okay. Bye.
Feel free to keep in touch, and if you want to share that PPT, you can share with anyone you want to share. Era.
Okay, sure. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you.